most stories from the world of sports, we are now talking about it is considered to be one of the most high-profile tournaments. But ever since Asia Cup's hosting rights was given to Pakistan, BCCI Secretary Jay Shah made it clear that India will not travel to Pakistan for the tournament. BCCI, in fact, demanded the tournament be played at a neutral venue, while PCB wants to play in a hybrid mode where a few games take place in Pakistan. Now, in an exclusive interview with Times Now's Karishma, PCB chief Najam Sethi opened up on the issue and claimed that while negotiations are ongoing, they are yet to hear back from Jay Shah. He proposed a model that will see 4 matches take place in Pakistan before the tournament moves to a neutral location. Listen in.
So I want to start by asking you, what is the latest on Asia Cup? Is the hybrid model still in talks? Has it been rejected by other member countries? What's the status of Asia Cup as far as Pakistan is concerned?
Well, as far as I know, we are still in the stage of negotiation. We have not yet heard back from the Asian Cricket Council head, Mr. Jay Shah. We're in talks with Jay Shah Sahab and his interlocutors. In my last meeting 5 days ago in Dubai with one of them, I gave the full plan, which has, in a sense, overcome some of the difficulties that they had pointed out. So we're now waiting for them to come back to us.
So could you clarify what exactly is the hybrid model that has been suggested by the PCB?
Well, you see, the problem begins with India because India refuses to play Pakistan, either in Pakistan or bilaterally outside Pakistan, except in a multilateral contest. So it'll play us in the ICC fixtures and it'll play us in the Asian Cup. But India, Pakistan don't have any bilateral series going because they can't decide on where to play. And India, in fact, has refused to play Pakistan bilaterally. So when the Asia Cup came up, we are the hosts this year. It's our turn. We expected that the Asian Cricket Council would consult us on two things. Number one, the schedule, when it will begin, when it will end, how the games are to be played, what the two sections are going to be, and also where it will be played. The Asia Cup president, Mr. Jay Shah, wants us to play all the matches in a neutral venue. My position is this: as host, we would like the Asia Cup to be played in Pakistan. Now, there's no security issue. All the countries of the world have come and played in Pakistan in the last 3 years. So why isn't India coming to Pakistan to play? Because if India were to come to Pakistan to play, then of course we would go to India to play the World Cup. And then when the Champions Trophy comes around, we are the hosts. Then India would come and play the Champions Trophy in Pakistan too, like all the other countries. But what's happened is that Mr. Jay Shah has said that for various reasons, he cannot come to Pakistan to play and wants the whole Asia Cup shifted to a neutral venue. Our position is, no, that's not right. So I have offered a compromise, a face-saving compromise for us, so that the Asia Cup is not derailed. That compromise is that play 4 matches in Pakistan, and we'll all fly off to the neutral venue where India and the other teams will be waiting, and we play the rest of the 7 or 8 matches there, including the final. Even if Pakistan is in the final, we'll play it in the neutral venue, with or against anybody else. So there's not going to be any toing and froing. So I have offered this solution, as it were, because if they take up this solution, then when the World Cup comes around, our government won't say to us, don't go and play in India. And if it does, we'll say, no problem, we'll have a neutral venue to play our games, just as India is playing their games outside Pakistan right now. And much the same sort of philosophy can prevail when the Champions Trophy rolls around in Pakistan. India can play its matches outside Pakistan. This problem would never have arisen if India had agreed to come to Pakistan.
Yes, sir. Everyone wants India-Pakistan matches to happen. We've seen records being broken. The T20 World Cup, of course, was a prime example of that, what happened when India versus Pakistan played at MCG as well. So, sir, you are saying that you will not come to India for the World Cup if India were to not play Asia Cup in Pakistan, or the hybrid model were to not happen?
Well, I am saying that if the Indian government is stopping the BCCI from playing in Pakistan, consider the Pakistan government will stop us from playing in India. That's a given. You see the quid pro quo, the sum zero game that goes on between India and Pakistan all the time.
But the amount of political tension that is there in Pakistan also, do you think it's fair that cricket teams, or especially the Indian cricket team, one more stand that the Indian government and the Indian cricket board have had for long is that the situation between a Pakistan, New Zealand, Pakistan, England cannot be compared to how complicated India versus Pakistan is?
That's not true. The situation in Pakistan is perfectly all right for cricket. And that's exactly the point I'm making, that cricket, international cricket is being played in Pakistan for the last 4 years. So, that's not an excuse India can peg its argument on.
So last couple of questions, just to make it simpler for people who will be watching this later. If India does not play Asia Cup in Pakistan or at a neutral venue or the hybrid model that you've suggested, then Pakistan will find it difficult to come for the 50-over World Cup in India later this year. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. I think my government will stop me from coming to India.
And so is there anything that you would want in terms of, the 2023 World Cup? Because there were reports that Pakistan is refusing to play in Ahmedabad, or there are some apprehensions with regard to certain venues as well. Is that correct, sir?
That has never been raised because the question of playing in the World Cup has not arisen right now. In my talks with the Asia Cup people and with the ICC, we have not discussed the World Cup and what will happen in the World Cup. This business of playing in Ahmedabad or playing here or there has been raised by the Indian media. We are not aware of any such issues because we haven't come to that bridge. We haven't crossed that bridge right now. But I will tell you one thing. If India were to play in Pakistan, Pakistan would play in India at any venue that the BCCI decided. I can tell you that.
And so are there any future meetings planned? I know Asia Cup is a little bit further away in September, but are there any recent meetings that are planned, in Dubai or anywhere else with regard to Asia Cup? Or by when can we expect a final decision on the negotiations that are going on?
Well, I'm hoping that we should have a decision very soon. How soon, I can't say because I haven't heard back from Mr. Jay Shah and his colleagues. But I am expecting them to take a quick decision, one way or the other. Either we play the hybrid model, or they can play the Asia Cup without Pakistan, which really doesn't make any sense because the broadcaster will not give them any money for it. The Asia Cup is pegged onto the India-Pakistan matches, 2 at the very minimum. That is how the schedule is structured. Can you imagine we end up playing Nepal in our first round? Only because we need to play India twice, at least. So therefore, I would expect a quick decision now. We've had enough toing and froing. We've overcome all the technical objections that they had raised. It is now a question of moving forward, and I expect and I hope a wise decision will be taken so that we can all play the Asia Cup, and then going forward, we can play the World Cup, and then after that, the Champions Trophy.
Well, absolutely. We can hope that there are as many India versus Pakistan matches for all the cricket-loving fans out there. Thank you so much for your time.
Right, you are.